so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I am so grateful. Actually, we're going to leave that on. Thank you. I have so many incredible people to thank, but we don't have time. I want to thank all of you that have come up to me since Friday and thanked me for my courage in sharing my story. I want all of you to know it's humbling to me that anybody would ever ask me to take a picture with them. And I'm really grateful that I have an opportunity to do that. I need a clicker, and I didn't get a clicker, so if someone can bring me a clicker, that would be amazing. I am so nervous, look at that. So I just want all of you guys to, thank you. The man right there. Oh. It is so awesome. The reason that you want to get up on stage is probably not what you think, but in the background there are so many people that are serving you. They're doing your hair and they're massaging your shoulders and they're putting makeup on, and it is awesome. Feels like you're a rock star. Woo! Okay, so the reason, thank you. So the thing I love about this picture is the cool suit. Like, look at that suit. My dad told me when I was a little boy, I remember getting picked on at school because this was for school picture day. And my dad promised, I'm like, please don't make me put on a suit. And he said, Kenton, if you'll learn how to feel comfortable in a suit now, it will serve you for the rest of your life. And he was right. My story really begins in this industry. I shared with you a lot on Friday, but my first goal, for those of you that are taking notes, I think you need more than just one. I think you should have a bag of goals, because on those bad days, you may have to pull out, like 20 or 30, and then you get to the last one and go, oh, that one's big enough to keep me going, right? So have a bag of goals. But this was my first goal. I wanted a cool Jeep, because I used to go to the gym, and all of the really cute girls seemed to be getting out of Jeeps with guys that, if you pushed them off of a high building, they might have flown because their back was flexed out, And I thought, man, if I could just get a Jeep, all of the cool, beautiful chicks would dig me. So I said I was mowing lawns, and I saved up the money, and this is what I bought. This is a 1959 CJ5. It was a Willys, and I ended up with my younger brother spending every piece of savings that I could muster over many years trying to do this. I stripped it down. I took all of the parts off. I learned how to sandblast. I learned how to paint. I learned how to weld. We learned how to build motors. We did all of this work on it. And then when I was 20 years old, I was called to live in Hungary as a service missionary for 2 years. And the Jeep wasn't finished. It was mostly in pieces. And I felt like, man, I really want to know if it'll even start. So we put the starter motor on it, and I got behind it. The body was off, the tires were on, and we turned the key, and lo and behold, it turned over, made a noise, and it started to go, bah, 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 bah. And I turned it off, and I went, yes, this thing works. And then I went for 2 years to live in Hungary. And when I came back, I had changed as a person. And the Jeep was no longer important to me. Everything it represented to me about growing and learning and having a goal and becoming, those things were still there, but the object of my focus had changed. And so I sold that huge pile of love and belief and energy for $500, because the young guy promised me that he would love it just as much as I would. He promised me that he understood the heart and soul that I'd poured into it. And you know what he did with it? He sold it for $5,000 a week later and went, oh yeah. So anyway, not everybody shares our dreams. And I'm not getting, anyway, I won't trust the thing in front of me because it's not working. Anyway, when you're a speaker and sometimes things, okay, there it goes. So it's not just about building the business, it's about the business building you. And I hope all of you feel that you've been edified this weekend. How many of you feel that way? How many of you feel that you're different than when you came here? I know I do. It's really an incredible experience. And that's why we want to get as many people here as we can. This slide represents a lot of things to me. Your business will grow as you grow. And it really will encompass the dreams of other people that you will attract. The thing I love about this business is that we can attract into our businesses people that are better than we are in many areas. I feel very weak in a lot of areas, and yet I've been compensated by people that show up in my life, and many of you are here in this room that help compensate for my weakness. That's the beauty of this leverage. Unhireable people are attracted here because of this principle right here. And to me, this sums up duplication. We're not creating robots. We're planting seeds that can grow into a beautiful flower or a tree or whatever it is that you have inside of you. And that's the goal. We don't want you to look like everyone else or act like everyone else. We want you, I want you to become that person that you were born to become. And